Welcome to this screencast. In this screencast, I want to show you the functionality of the lab system. The lab system is the e-learning system behind the iLab concept, and in this video I want to show you the functionality as a student. And let's start by going to the portal website. So this is the portal website of our current course in the summer term 2017 at TUM. And I will log on to the portal now, so each student has an account here and can log on with her or his own credentials. And once I log on, you will see that on the left in the menu, many more items will appear. Okay, so this is the configurable landing page. So for our courses, we have the different lectures listed here, plus we see the lecture recordings of the lectures that are already passed. And we have some more information on this page about grading and about important things related to the course. Good. So what else can you see here? So there's a possibility to send emails from the system. So I just enabled me right now. So usually you would see all the students here. And so you can easily send an email from here. You can also send an email to the tutors. And you have access to the schedule. So I will not save the changes I made on this page. So here you see when the different courses will open and close. And currently I'm an editor and I want to show you the demonstration lab now, so I will change the schedule so that it will go until the end of this month so that I can show you this functionality. Okay, and so now you see, okay, this one goes now until the end of August 2017. And indeed, I want to start now by opening this specific assignment, so this specific lab. And as I'm currently a super user with all the access rights, I first want to change my own rights. So I can just go here and remove some of the rights. So basically I could also remove all the rights from here because they are not relevant for the functionality that I want to show you right now. Okay, so now again I go to the schedule. So this is now the student view. You see that some of the control elements left me here, and now I can go to this demonstration lab, and so this demonstrates the functionality of a lab. So you can download an EPUB version of the entire assignment, so you can do this for all the assignments. You can also download an EPUB for all the assignments all together, and these are the different assignments that we have. Okay, let's head back to the demonstration lab to show you a little bit the functionality that we have inside this system. So a lab is always consisting of a pre-lab and a lab. So the pre-lab is the part where you prepare theoretically after the lecture, and the lab is the part where you do then a practical part together with your teammate. And what is important is that, let me show you this here. So this one here is the workflow that we go through in a lab. So we have in an assignment, so we have a lecture. So this one is about 90 minutes. It's in the lecture room and it's with the entire group. Then we have a pre-lab. So this is done individually. It takes typically between 2 and 4 hours. It's done within 1 week, and it's done where there's internet, and it's done by individuals. This is done so that each student can individually prepare and look at the material she's interested in. And then we have an artificial barrier that is controlled by this e-learning system that we see in the background. And this means only when both finished with the pre-lab, then they can continue with the lab part. So only then they can see this part. And what that means, I will show you in a second. So basically it means that all team partners, so in our case 2 team partners, have to have answered all the multiple choice questions. So let me briefly switch back, then I can directly show it to you. So here we see that we currently only see the pre-lab, because when I go to this, that some people here finished already with the pre-lab, but their team, and so my team partner also did not finish with the pre-lab, and I especially also didn't. And this is why I cannot see the lab. So this is what the status says. So the status says, okay, your team partner did not finish the pre-lab, so you cannot see the practical part. And here I can see all the questions that prevent me from continuing and answering. And so this question I answered correctly already. This one I answered wrongly so far, and this one I didn't answer at all. Okay, so let's get back to the overview. So once we finished with the pre-lab, then we can see the lab. And then we can do the practical part. For that one, we meet within the lab room, the two team partners, and we have one day within 1 week to do the practical exercise there. And so this looks then like this one here. So people sitting together doing the exercise in the lab room. And yeah, so this is our lab room actually. And here you also see the e-learning system. And this is the statistics page that I was just showing you, but it contains more information because this is the administrator super user view that I've showed you before, where you see all the participants and their performance in the lab. And as I'm now a student, of course, I do not see this. Okay, so let's go back. So currently we are here. We're in the pre-lab. Okay. And of course we can go to the overview page, but normally you would go through the normal content. So this one here is the content, and I can just go through it with keyword shortcuts. So then I get texts with some information that helps me to answer the questions that we have here. And if I want to answer a question, then I click on Give Answer here, and I can start trying to answer these questions. I can save, and I can also answer multiple questions, but I can also directly check up if this one is correct or not. And okay, so now I did it right. And let's check the next question. So here it says all answers are wrong. Okay, so this is giving me a hint. So let's try if this one is indeed a good hint. So let's try with one answer. And okay, yeah, indeed it's wrong. Let's try again. And we see, okay, it's wrong again. And let's try again. And okay, now we see we did it 3 times wrong, and then the system is giving us the answer. Plus, it's giving us an explanation why this one is indeed the correct answer. And as you can see, you also get this explanation when you answered the question correctly. Explanation for it. Good. So now we go to the next page, and here you see also something important. So you can always save some material. So this is the paste bin for storing some text stuff. Okay, so we can save some text here. And this one is shared with my team partner, so we can both see it. And this one is for comments. And so this is also very important for us. So I could give some feedback, interesting pre-lab, or also give some hints. Please add information about something. I can save it, and this is then feedback for the correctors. What you also see is that you can get the deep links to the different positions. So, okay, on this page doesn't make too much sense because it's only a short page, but when you click on it, then you get the deep link that you can copy, and then you can, for instance, go to the send mail, and then you can send the deep link to your team partner. Look here, and then the team partner gets the email and then the link and will directly end up on this page here. So let's try that. I will enter it into the URL field, and indeed it directly jumps to where I placed the link. If you have questions for the tutors, the instructors, you can simply open a ticket, and here you see, okay, this is the element you open a ticket for. Let's switch back. Let's open a ticket for this one here. Then you see, okay, this is the element you open the ticket for. Then you can select a category, and then you could put a message. And when you press save, then directly a ticket is opened in the ticket system that we will answer then to you. Okay, so let's check. So are done. So I can also go to the all questions. Then I see, okay, this question I answered wrongly. The other ones I answered correctly. I see the pre-lab status. So I see now, okay, I scored 44%, so 4 of 9 possible credits. And as I'm a single person team now here, I just get green now. If I would be with the team partner, then I would still be red like the other partners here. So those are regular participants, and with the privacy feature, they are shown here as just some random strings. So this also, when you reload, then they just have different names, but you yourself, of course, are not anonymized. And okay, so yeah, what else do we see? We see the lab is still open, and the lab is also not corrected. And what we can do now is we can see the practical part here. So this is a practical part because we went over the barrier. And now this is a practical part. So here you would get instructions, and then you can write free text answers. You can write them, you can save them. A special feature of the lab system is that as a team you share the answers here, while for the pre-lab you have individual answers, so these are yours, and my teammate would have her answers, but these here, they are shared. So she will see exactly the same answers that I put here, plus she will not be able to answer while I am answering. This is done because both should be working together, as shown here. So you're in the lab, you're sitting behind the two screens here, and the idea is that one of you is formulating and both are working together, and so this is why it makes sense that only one field can be open at the same time for the entire team. All right, so let's continue. So okay, so this was it already. So at the end you should usually remove stuff. So here we see again the feedback, so we could edit it. So okay, I also liked the lab. And then you can press save, and then this is also shared between you as team partners. And now you see, okay, you can still answer everything. And if you think you're done now, then you can press close the lab, and let's do that. Okay, and now as we see, the status record was updated, so everything is closed. And when I go to the lab status, then I see, okay, everything is closed, and now the correctors can correct. All right, so this is basically the functionality here. Something else from the practical side from our course. So this is our current IEL setup here, and Lucas wrote a nice script that is automatically checking if someone is logged on the different IELs here. So you see at the moment, as we have lecture-free period, no one is logged on. But here you could have live information about if someone is using the IELTS or if an IEL is free, and then you could come in and use this IEL. And this is the schedule. So these are different teams of the iLab 1 and the iLab 2 when they are using the lab room. And this is a portal for the iLab 1, and the other one here, this is a portal for the iLab 2. All right, so I hope you get a little bit impression of the system and maybe use it in the future. So please contact me if you want to know more.